Do you know the biggest lie you've ever told yourself? The one you repeat over and over like a mantra to make yourself feel better? The one you whisper to yourself every night when you wonder why you haven't moved forward? That lie is, I still have time. Do you really believe that? Do you honestly think tomorrow will be the perfect day? That somehow, magically, things will improve on their own.
Music licensing
that your fear will
reimagined.
vanish, that the path will clear, and you'll finally be ready to act. Let me tell you something. That will never happen. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. This isn't just a pretty phrase or an empty cliche. It's reality. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. And while you wait, the world keeps turning. Life keeps moving forward without you. Every time you choose to delay your dreams, you're telling yourself something far more dangerous than you realize. You're saying, I'm not good enough. My goals don't matter. I don't deserve to try. And do
Music
you know what's
licensing
worse?
reimagined.
You're starting to believe it. With every excuse, with every I'll do it tomorrow, you're building a wall around your potential. A wall that, over time, grows taller, thicker, and harder to break down. Life won't wait for you. The world isn't here to adjust to your schedule or your doubts. It doesn't care how many times you thought, I just need more time. Life moves on, and if you don't get up and take action, you'll stay exactly where you are. Because you know what? The perfect moment doesn't exist. It never has, and it never will. If you're waiting for everything to align, for the fear to disappear, for the circumstances to be ideal, you'll be waiting forever. Look around you. What do you see? A life passing before your eyes. Opportunities fading because you didn't take them. It's not fate that's holding you back. It's not the circumstances. It's you. You and your fear of failing. You and your excuses. You and that lie you've told yourself over and over. There will be time. Do you know what's terrifying about this lie? It feels safe. It gives you a false sense of control. You tell yourself, I'll start next week, and for a moment, you feel relief. But deep down,
Music
you know
licensing
that next week will
reimagined.
turn into next month, and next month will turn into never. The lie is comforting, but it's killing your potential. Stop lying to yourself. Stop waiting. Time is not your friend, it's your judge. Every day you choose not to act, you're sentencing your dreams to abandonment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. But this moment, the one you're living right now, is all you have. What are you going to do with it? Let's be brutally honest. If you died tomorrow, would you be proud of the life you've lived? Or would you regret the days you wasted, the opportunities you ignored, and the dreams you let slip away?
Music licensing
This isn't meant to
reimagined.
scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Let's be honest. The real problem, let's face it, the problem isn't the world. It isn't your friends, your boss, or even your family. The problem is you. Yes, you. You with your excuses. You with your fears. You with that lack of action disguised as, I'm waiting for the right time. I know it hurts to hear this. I know you'd rather believe that someone else is to blame, that the circumstances are the problem, that fate is unfair to you. But here's the truth. The only real obstacle in your path is you.
Music
And here's the
licensing
kicker.
reimagined.
No one cares about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your fears. Success doesn't care about your comfort zone. If you want something, you have to fight for it. No one is going to hand it to you. No one is coming to save you. How many times have you complained about how hard life is? How many times have you looked at someone else's success and thought they were lucky, they had resources, they had support,
Artlist
things I
IO.
don't have? How many times have you said, I can't do it, without even trying? The worst part isn't that others tell you you can't. The worst part is that you believe it. Every time you say, I can't, you're signing a contract with your own limitations.
Music licensing
A
reimagined.
contract that says, I accept staying exactly where I am. I accept not changing. I accept failing without even trying. Is that how you really want to live? You know what's even worse. Every time you complain, every time you blame someone else, you're giving away your power. You're saying, I am not in control of my own life. But the truth is,
Artlist.io.
you are. You always have been. You just haven't had the courage to admit it. Why are you living like you have another life? Why are you living as if you have another life in reserve? As if you can keep putting your dreams off. As if your time is infinite.
Music
As if your
licensing
current life
reimagined.
doesn't matter. You've gotten used to surviving instead of living. You've settled for what you have because it's comfortable, because it doesn't challenge your fears, because it doesn't test your limits. But here's the problem with comfort. It's a drug. Comfort is a deadly trap. It's easy to stay where you are. It's easy to keep dreaming and saying, one day you'll do it.
Artlist.io.
One day you'll be who I've always wanted to be. But you know what? While you're in that comfort zone, someone else is working. While you're dreaming, someone else is fighting. While you're procrastinating, someone else is achieving what you can only imagine.
Music licensing
And here's the
reimagined.
uncomfortable question. Why can they and you can't? It's not because they're stronger, smarter, or luckier. It's because they made a decision that you keep avoiding. They decided to act. Comfort is seductive, but it's also suffocating. It lulls you into a false sense of security while robbing you of your potential. It convinces you that staying still is safer than moving forward. But the truth is, staying still is the most dangerous thing you can do. How long will you stay trapped in your excuses? You tell yourself, I don't have time. But you have time for hours of distractions, to watch content that adds no value, to complain about how unfair everything
Music
is.
licensing
You tell
reimagined.
yourself, I'm not ready. But no one is ready when they start. No one has all the answers. No one starts perfect. The problem isn't that you don't have time or resources. The problem is that you're afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of trying and finding out it wasn't enough. But let me tell you something. Failing while trying is 1,000 times
Artlist.io.
better than standing still, watching the world move on without you. The moment to act is now. Do you know what happens when you keep waiting? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. While you stay stuck in your doubts, the world keeps spinning, time keeps
Music
passing,
licensing
and
reimagined.
opportunities keep disappearing. Get up. Face your fears. Yes, those fears that have stopped you so many times before. Because here's the truth. Fear isn't an obstacle, it's a test. It's the gatekeeper to everything worthwhile in life. And if you decide to face it, if you decide to take one step, even a small one,
Artlist.io.